Chapter 7. I can look beyond my physical sight. Birthright number 7. Spiritual vision. Living beyond ordinary sight. The truest world we will ever experience is inside of us. We don't see it with our physical eyes. We know it with our awareness of self. What we see in our mind's eye, we will see manifest, if we will allow it. LT. So, let's say that you want $1 million, and you know you can have it because the law only works one way. But then you go to pay your bills, and you're short on cash. Your world crashes. Suddenly, you don't feel so sure of yourself. The above scenario represents a story that many have experienced. Why? We were not taught how to see this outer world properly. What is important to note here is that if you see in your mind's eye through your imagination that there will be $1 million in that account soon, it will be there if you do your part. You can live in the positive expectation of $1 million arriving if you will but only choose to live a life that is based on alignment and the feeling of being happy. The law cannot fail, but you can let yourself down. If you tell your subconscious mind enough that the million is evident, it must arrive. All of this is based on belief. I have been called the millionaire coach because I have helped others make millions of dollars doing what they loved. They did it by learning how to reset their views of life and get in alignment with Source. When we look around our world to decide what is real, we do ourselves a great disservice. We mess up our spiritual vibration by lowering it to that world out there. We sink into that world instead of rising above it. Our true power, which has nothing to do with overpowering anyone or anything, is tenderly resting inside of us at all times. Any time that we doubt or fear, we are not in the flow of love, so the floodgates are not open. But choosing to look at life through your spiritual vision allows you to mold and shape the world around you. In other words, we need to make the world inside more real than the world outside. The low figure in the bank account does not mean a thing. It is temporary. It may be part of your story from previous thoughts, but it is not the end of your book. Living in the positive expectation of all that is heading your way lifts you up and speeds it forward. Just like you know that a seed needs gestation time, you know that you may need that too. So use the time to get ready, and you know what the seed will turn into. If you plant a tomato seed, you will get a tomato plant, not an oak tree. If you plant a seed of $1 million, for instance, you will get $1 million, not a stone. Live in the joy of all that is on the way to you, and it must arrive. Begin to think like a person that has $1 million in their bank account. How do you live? Get ready to live that way for real. Practice. The words, "I am a realist," are 4 of the most dysfunctional words that we use to define reality. When someone says that, it usually means that they look out upon the world of ego to see how it is shaping up, and then they choose the next step in their life journey by that view. This is so limiting. They are giving all of their beautiful power to the world of restricted ordinary thought instead of choosing to create from an unlimited resource. They believe in ideas like, this is a dog-eat-dog world. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. There is never enough for me, so I have to work harder. If I am lucky, I will do well, and on, limits upon limits upon limits. And like the old saying goes, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. The vision that matters most is the one you hold in your mind the most. That is what the subconscious mind uses to mold and shape your world. You have a right to hold your spiritual vision for your life above what you see out in the world. It may seem like make-believe to some, but you will get used to doing this, and you will get good at it. Others may not understand what you are doing. They may even call you a dreamer or say you are out of touch with reality. And that is okay. It just means that they don't see what you see for your life. It is not worth your time or effort to attempt to help them understand. Just love them and move on down life's beautiful road. I believe that this is the meaning of be in this world, but not of it. To really end up where you want to be, you need to be there in your mind and not let the world of the seen sway the world of the unseen as yet. Go ahead and see what you desire already done in your mind. Take time to enjoy the idea of it all. Feel the emotions of the life you really do imagine. Image in for yourself. Feel how delicious it is. Know that your Creator, one of unlimited means, will give you whatever you ask for or desire. That is how loved you are. Feel that love. Give it to yourself. And by the way, $1 million is a drop in the bucket to an unlimited universe. It is no harder for creation to create $1 million than it is to create a grain of sand or a blade of grass. Creation does not struggle. Consider the lilies of the field. Creation does not toil. That is a human ego concept we were trained to embody. It is time to let that go. The truest works we will ever do happen in our minds. And that is not work. That is play. It was meant to be joyful, and the whole world was meant to be our playground. We have just forgotten how to play.